Welcome back to the channel. Well, today is Monday, December 16th. I was able to take the crank over to my machine shop, and actually I took the blocks too, so I get new valves put in them as well. One thing for sure, it's a good thing I had an extra crank, because the crank that was in this ZA project here was already ground down to 40 thousandths undersize. Which means I don't know anybody that makes 50 or 60 thousandths undersize for the Minneapolis Moline tractors. I made one phone call just in case, and he said no. So I took the other crank in. Luckily, I had another crank here out of a different tractor that we took the motor out of it, and it's actually a standard grind. I mean, it's original grind. It's going to get cleaned up. He's just going to grind it down to 20 thousandths under, and we have located all the bearings, rod and mains. Learned something today. The middle main and the rear main are two different sizes. Let me think about that. Yeah, I think they're all different sizes there. Then, you know, on the front there, there's a bearing, but it's a roller bearing. And talking to my guy at the machine shop, he's, you know, old school. And I told him, I said, yeah, it's got that open face bearing. He said, yeah. You know how old that thing is? If it's any good? He said, I would use it. He says, that thing is going to be better than anything new you're going to buy these days. So I'll take it out, we'll clean it up, and you know, make that decision later, because that bearing is probably expensive. So he probably has a good point in different ways. But anyways, and I talked to him, and I think, this isn't a promise, I think he's gonna let me video grinding that crank down. So that'll be cool. I don't know how long it'll take, and I told him I want the crank back first if he could, then you know, then we can get that in, do all the lower end stuff as much as we can. Won't be able to put the rod bearings in, you know, and the rods on until I get the jugs here, because I like to put the pistons rods in the jugs and set the whole thing on top. It's just easier. It can be done, you know, other ways, but it's just easier for sure. So that's an update on the ZA project. We are moving forward. I do have bearings located, and from two different sources actually, but we got some gaskets coming, seals coming. Yeah, and that crank that was in here, that, you know, yes, it could be welded and built back up, and I'm not going to pay for that when I already had another crank here. You know, if that was a one of one, or, you know, scarce as hen teeth, but there's so many of these motors around, you know, that crank there's lots of them out there. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the old one or not. You know, hate to just, you know, send it to China, but that might be where it ends up. So today, my plan is work on this 670. So we'll get going on this. The gasket set for that cylinder is not here yet. So we'll take the hood off. Sheet metal got to come off, as in the hood, and all this sheet metal's got to come off so we can get to everything in here to split this tractor. I won't get it split today. I have a school board meeting to go to, so that shouldn't take all that long, but then my niece is playing basketball, so I should go support her. So, and it's like 40 something degrees today, and it's been misty. Everything is wet, damp, so good thing I'm not trying to paint. But anyways, so if you're new to the channel, hey, welcome. But this tractor is my father's tractor. Actually, it was mine at first. Then we did some trading, and I can't remember what we traded for, but it doesn't matter. So he ended up owning this tractor. So. This tractor actually came from the same guy in Iowa that my '69 M670 came from. So. Oh, 4230 heads this one has. So as you as you've seen before, this one runs pretty good. So we can unhook the tack. I know that's got to come out. Let me grab your pliers. Yep. Oh, come on. Why you just stuck in there? That's not normal. Don't want to break it. There it goes. I just wiggle it. Here come out. Lots of oil on it. That's good. Okay. I should grab a magnetic tray, which is one on the side of that parts washer. Okay, let's get this piece off. Let that stay there until I get to the other side. Did. Yay. All right. Bolts here to get out, and the tin work will all come off. Okay. Okay, here I'll show you a little bit better look at this manifold. Yeah, not that good a condition. So, all right. So, yeah, what my thought process is we'll get this all tore down and split, get the flywheel sent in to get resurfaced, get a new, either get this clutch and pressure plate rebuilt, and while we're waiting on that, we can work on that manifold. Sound like a plan? So I think one of the first things we're gonna do is unhook the battery. Okay, well, let's get the battery unhooked real quick. Thought I grabbed a 1/2" wrench. I did. Okay. This battery isn't any good anyway. Ooh. That's why we're unplugging it. Apparently there's enough juice in it to arc there though. All right, we're gonna unhook the ground first. Enough's enough. This bolt's gotta come out anyways. For the starter bolt. That didn't shock me, it poked me. Okay. Okay. Set this up here for now. Put this up here. Oop. Okay. This is the throttle control. Pin back in. Where's the choke cable? All right. Okay, well, let's get the starter off as well. Two of these bolts are very easy to get to. It's the one in the back. That's the pain. But I usually put a long extension on and then get right in there, but it can be a pain. So congratulations to Lee. He was the winner of the hat, but I haven't heard from him. So hopefully he's watching the video and sends me an email for the address so he can get his hat. So, because I'm not gonna wear it. No offense, Andy. Well, whatever. You know. And for those who don't know, Andy did fulfill his part of the bet, which I knew he would. I wasn't too worried about it. You know, of course he grumbled and griped about it the whole time, but hey, whatever. That's all part of the fun, to hear him gripe and grumble. So, hey, next year I might have to wear an Ohio State hat. I don't know. We'll see. I was pretty darn sure that I was going to have to wear it this year. So, oh well. Okay. All right, take all these off. Well, that's nice. That didn't even have a eyelet on it, or eyelet. So that's okay. All right. All right, one on the back. I might need the light myself here. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see. Taking the starter wires off, which is probably pretty self-explanatory, but fuel tank has to come off as well. It probably has lots of fuel in it too. I don't know. We'll find out, won't we? Actually, he just put a little in there, didn't he? Is that all he did? I can't remember. Always projects. Okay. Actually, it should be a quick connect, yeah, in there. We'll take the tank off and we'll get to that. So, okay. Oh yeah, only that amount. Good enough. Okay. Okay, this is a breather line, or a line that comes to the top of the breathers up there. Or the goes into the tappet cover. And while I'm thinking about it, congratulations on your retirement, Mr. Derek Scott. Derek watches the channel. He just retired from the police department, one of the suburbs of Detroit, so he probably has some stories. But he is also the guy that was the winner of the Farm All Super A project that I donated, and he won. So happy retirement, Derek. That's quite a thing, I guess. I mean, being a police officer, that can't been the wasn't all cake and pie, I'm sure. You know, I was talking to a guy one time. Police officers, they see, you know, 90% of the people they have interaction with are, you know, criminals. So they're always yeah. So talk about a stressful occupation. So all right, take that off. We'll set that back there as well. Lots of fooling around, but Dad's got a ball valve on here. And I think we can just loosen up this and get the gas line out of the way. Just trying to turn the clamp so I can get to it. Pull it off. Okay. Shouldn't be much gas coming out of here. He's got a ball valve on there. We'll still keep it up. That way it isn't leaking. All right. Let's starter really doesn't have to come off, but it makes our life a lot easier when we put it back together, I guess. Actually, I can get to this one from up here. Now I get all that out of the way, so yeah. Yeah, it's like 40 something degrees today, but then winter's supposed to slowly creep back. I thought I saw, was it Saturday or Thursday, high of 17 degrees Fahrenheit. Yep. What do you do? And I enjoy you guys' comments about the you know, GoFundMe for a wood stove, or you know turning on that heater. It's not that cold yet. Eventually, I'll get this insulated, and there's tubes in the floor already. When I built the barn, I put tubes in the floor, but then I filled the barn before I got it insulated. So, and now I'll just run another pump off my wood stove my outdoor boiler in here, so that'll be nice. But I gotta quit bringing tractors in and get tractors out. So. Tractors and parts. So, oh, just checking out. Flywheel don't look too bad for what I can see from here, as in the teeth. Okay, let's. I think we'll get the fuel. Let's go to the other side, but I think we're gonna get the fuel tank off next. Let me just double check something. Oh, more gas in here than I thought there was. Okay. Whew. All right. There. Gas tank and delete. All right. So there's 4 of these rubber bumpers, we'll call them. Actually, I think that's what they're called. These aren't in horrible shape, but you can get these new if you're doing a restoration. Whew. There. All right. More mouse nest. Seems to be a common thing these days, finding them things. So, all right. So, where's that connector I was talking about? See, on the factory one, there was a big, quick disconnect on all these wires here. So, okay, we may have to unhook everything from up front. That doesn't sound like a good fun idea, but I don't think it'd be that bad. It's just something going to the alternator. I could cut them. I really don't want to. I think that'd be, but we could leave them together. There might be enough room in there to just stretch it all out, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I bet we're gonna try that. But I gotta take, these are all power steering lines here. Those all gotta come apart. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes not. Looks like sometime they had an issue here. Somebody did. That's a pretty light hose. That must be a return line or something. I don't know. But this is another power steering line. That's got to come unhooked. So this battery box is going to have to come off. Yeah, we're gaining. Let me see what time it is. Yeah, it's 5 o'clock. Okay, I got time. We'll keep working here for a little bit longer. I'm gonna get this battery box off. We can unhook the side rails here. Before we split this tractor, remember, we gotta block the front end. So it can't tip one way or another. You remember me doing that on, I don't know how many tractors. How many tractors have I split? It's been on the channel. Probably, I did my 950 red, white, and blue. I did, let's see, that Oliver 2055. I think maybe this is only the 3rd one I've done on video. So, okay, well, let's keep going. Those are 1.125", I think. I don't think I grabbed that correct socket either. So I'll grab that real quick and be back. Okay, well, there's a little 3/8 bolt in there. I left that in there, just rotated it out of the way. All right. Yeah, it's 1.125". Okay. Ooh, that's a short one there. Guess I didn't realize that. Okay, well, I'm gonna finish unhooking all these lines and getting to the point right before we put the split stand on. So I'll bring you back for that. Okay, well, I had to run real quick to help my brother out. Not a big deal. So, not an emergency either, just in case you were wondering. So, all right, loosen this baby up here. This is, I have to remember what goes where. Yep, today is the warmest it's going to be for a while. Looks like winter's coming back. There's a chance for us to have a white Christmas, looks like. Which that's a week from tomorrow already. Maybe I better start my Christmas shopping. No, actually I've got a few things already purchased, so. For the missus, so. Okay. Oh man. A few more things here. So my goal is for this video to get this tractor ready to be split, and we'll split it in the next one and see how bad the clutch is. So let's stick that through there for now. Okay, this wire here is going to the temperature gauge from the sending unit here. The sending unit must be in there. I think it's Saturday's weekend. It's not supposed to get out. Saturday's temperature this weekend is not supposed to get out of the teens. So that'll keep the mosquitoes down. Of course, I just dropped a nut for this. That was lovely. Okay. Well, I didn't find it. That's okay. Let's see. All right. Unhook the oil pressure line here. Like I said, I've never seen a plastic oil pressure line. But. All right, what's this wire go to? Let's go to the starter. Yep. Okay. Huh. It wasn't even hooked to anything. Like, I guess, is that supposed to be a breather? That is weird. Okay. Because it should have an oil pressure. This tractor has an oil pressure gauge, doesn't it? That's that one right there, huh? It's amps. One of these is fuel. That's oil pressure. One of them's temperature. Okay. Yeah, it does run up to the oil pressure line. So, okay, we might put a real one on there when we're all said and done. So, okay, so I got this power steering line, then these two hydraulic lines. There's probably going to be some oil coming out of these. So, yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Boom, boom, because this one here, I don't like messing with that one in there. I'm talking to myself mostly. So, all right. Case. Okay. Yeah, this project shouldn't take too long once we get all the parts. But with the holidays, the shipping of stuff might delay us too. So it is what it is. So. Try to keep some of the mess down in here. Okay. Huh. Kind of surprised there's not more oil coming out of there. So. that's got two. Why does that have two of them on there? What I'm noticing is this, normally there's only one of these spacers on here. They're actually an adapter. I wonder if this is not originally a pump that was on a Minneapolis Moline. Just by looking at something, I have to look in the book, and things happen and people change things. But I think this head here is Moline. But you guys out there that are Moline guys, notice how there's normally this adapter plate on there, because I remember it takes a 12-point socket to get this one off. But there's two of them here, and this one's a different shape too. This is, it's an adapter, because a lot of times you see these when they're with the closed center hydraulics, and this is an open center. This is an open center, and a lot of times you see those with a closed center. I was thinking, but I don't ever remember seeing two of these. I wonder why it's spaced out so far. But these lines all work here, so I guess it doesn't mean, there does look like there's an extra bend here, like they had to shorten them up. Hey, fellow Moline people, what do you think? Does it look like these are extra bent? They're normally, they bend here, come down, then bend around and come back up. Just like that, don't have this extra little swoop. So I'm wondering, something was going on here. Okay, something I noticed. Okay, I gotta grab a bigger wrench for that. Okay. Oh, my 1050 diesel's outside. I'm sure glad that tractor's home. I don't know. I wish it was sitting inside, but I tell you what, every time I drive by it or walk by it, I smile. It's like, gets me excited a little bit. Can't wait to, do something with that, on a plow or a cultivator or even stalk chopper. It's just something, make the smoke beller out of it. Sorry, Greta, but yeah, you know what I mean, you guys and gals. But yeah, I am looking forward to that. You will see me smile ear to ear. Okay, that's unhooked. Okay, only thing left I want to do, I want to take this out, which should be the 3/4. And yeah, then this tractor would basically, it'll be ready to split. Other than I still got to put my blocks on the front end here to keep her from tipping one way or another. So this motor won't be as bad as the 6-cylinder, but still it'll be heavy. But I don't know if these slots here, that doesn't seem familiar. I don't have another one that's, yeah, I do over there. That 900's over there. That doesn't look familiar to me, but it's a nice customization regardless. So, like I said, this is a 67 M670, so serial numbers, it's right there. Oh, last, I can't, 3644. So nowhere near number 1. So don't quote me, but did they lump the LP and gasoline tractors together in the serial number list? I don't remember. So I'll have to look that up in my book, but sometime, if I remember. So, all right. Okay, well, I think we'll cut the video here. I just want to look at something here. Yeah, it's adjusted almost all the way out there. Oh, yeah, about I'd say about 2.5, at least 2 inches of free play there. That's plenty. So, yeah, and you can see that thing's all the way up. I bet once we put new clutch in, it'll probably be more clocked this way. We'll see. We're a little bit a ways from that, so I still haven't ordered the clutch and pressure plate. I want to see for sure which style is on here. But all right, well, I think we'll cut the video here. So I'll get this one uploaded. Next video you'll see is us grinding that crank. Not to us, but me watching the machine shop doing it. That'll be something different, but cool, you know. A little more technical. I'm gonna ask lots of questions if it's prudent, I guess. You know, I don't want to be in the way, and hopefully it doesn't take too long, because I do got to work tomorrow. So, all right, well, appreciate you all watching. We'll see you in the next one.